Welcome to Streaming Deluxe! My name is still Mr. Orange and welcome to a new video about the gaming industry, about gaming stocks. It has been quite some while that I made actually a video about the gaming company stocks. And for this reason I would say it's time to take a look again. Where do we stand actually with, I would say, the biggest gaming companies out there. Excluding Microsoft, not talking about Microsoft here, but of course, you know, Microsoft is a very important company also in the gaming world. Alright, so first let's check the NASDAQ composite. As we can see here on the in the chart, so NASDAQ reached a new all-time high, guys. I mean, that's amazing. If you now go on the, for example, the 5-year chart, you see here, absolutely crazy. We have a new all-time high. What are the reasons behind this? I mean, if you watch a little bit CNBC or other financial channels, yeah, you mostly know it. So I'm not going too much here into the detail. But it's of course the possible rate cut by the Fed of 25 points, or some people even say 50 points. We will see. I can't read so good between the lines like all the other commentaries. But yeah, so new all-time high after like the December 2018 was really painful. So we were really dropping a lot to this kind of support line, I would say like 6,300, and now we are back in the game low, but no one knows how long this will take. So of course, at this point, a little disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so don't buy anything that I'm talking here about if you don't make up your own mind. So everything is your own responsibility when it comes to finance, when it comes to investing. All right, put this little disclaimer aside. What do we have now here? Blizzard. So also disclaimer, I'm invested in Blizzard, but I would say, where do we stand now? I would say we found some sort of support line here at $41, which is actually pretty good. And now is the question if we can go over the $49. So it's, I would say, from a trend point of view, it's quite stable now. And I would also say, with regard to what the CEO of Activision Blizzard said, that 2019 will be much more a year of consolidation, that we won't see a lot now until the end of the year, but it also depends very much on the general economic situation. So for example, if the NASDAQ in general would go down massively, then it's also very possible that then Activision will also drop some sort of points, at least go to some of the support resistant lines or support lines more of like 39, 40 US dollars. But if you imagine we're coming from $83, so I think Activision is still a great company. So I'm a big Call of Duty fan, so I think also World of Warcraft and Diablo are great games, and Activision has been punished, in my personal opinion, has been punished too much for announcing, for example, Diablo for mobile. I see a lot of potential in there, and therefore I'm sticking to my Activision stocks. I think it's very, very good company, very good gaming company. But yeah, was it overpriced here? Who knows? It's very much possible. And keep in mind at this point also, my friends, Bungie is not part of Activision Blizzard anymore. The next stock is Nintendo. Oh my god, the Japanese stock Nintendo. It's crazy. It's crazy. They were like down like in 2019 almost to $32. So I have the dollars, not the yen here. And now they are amazing. Went up to $48 again. So I can, for example, here, I can draw here trend line, and then we can see how much they were, how much percentage went up. 50%. It's crazy. It's crazy. Since Since February 2019, 50% up. So of course we all missed it. So I'm not invested in Nintendo, by the way. So, but of course we all missed it, like always. At this point I said, I'm going to buy Nintendo. I'm going to buy Nintendo. Of course I didn't buy Nintendo. Then it was dropping again. Still didn't buy Nintendo. And at this point, yeah, I'm going to buy Nintendo. It's $60. And then, yeah. So, but if you would have waited, it's okay. Yeah, just for the record, I'm not making now in-depth analysis of Nintendo, of the company. I mean, you find all the information, the data here on Yahoo Finance or on other pages, of course. I'm just giving, mostly I want to give an overview to people that are not really in the stock market. I'm mostly coming from the gaming industry, from gaming itself, and just to show them that also those companies where they buy their favorite games from are actually companies that earn money, and that you can even participate there. That's really important. You can be participating with Nintendo, with Activision. You buy a Call of Duty and you participate later with a dividend, for example. You get a nice yield and then you get paid money back. So it's kind of a passive income. So very, very cool. The next stock is Electronic Arts, our favorite company, my friends. Our favorite company, my friends. So they were actually really punished here a lot to $74 US. I thought, I'm not invested, by the way. $75. 75 $4. So, and I was thinking, oh my god, Activision gets killed. Activision gets killed. So this was in also December 2019. And then actually, and then we remember all Apex Legends came out. It was like around February, and then some people really made a good buck with this jump from 80 to $107, and this was mostly related, and people saw, all right, what's going on, this Apex Legends, this is extremely popular. Actually on Twitch there were like 100,000 people watching it. Okay, that's a free-to-play game. Okay, that will work. This will work. Actually, I don't have any information anymore about Apex Legends, how much people played at the moment. So, but if you check out on Twitch, I'm sure you're going to find it out yourself, and you see if this game is still popular. But since then, not a lot happened. So, new FIFA, new NBA, new NHL, or other games are coming out. Sports games mostly. Battlefield is actually not so popular. Is a new Star Wars game is coming out soon, so the E3 maybe was pushing here a little bit. The E3, when was this? Yeah, now in the beginning of July. But at the moment we are like around $90, so very stable here. So here's a very strong support line, not resistance lines, but support. If we go up and we would fall down again, resistance lines I see definitely at the moment at $105. So Electronic Arts, what a company. So I'm not considering to buy stocks actually with them. So then the next stock is Take-Two Interactive, my friends. Oh my god, they got also like grilled here, and also in December 2019. I was talking in some other videos about this. So Take-Two, the developers of Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 will come to the PC soon, but this would be actually really cool. So I think this game could give this game a new push, since GTA Online, GTA 5 Online on PC was extremely successful. So this could actually also become Red Dead Redemption. If they get the Steam mod support, then this would be a great game. But if Take-Two Interactive decides to go to Epic Game Store without any modding possibilities or easy modding possibilities, this would be a negative sign definitely for Take-Two Interactive and for the stock and for the game in general. But if it would come to Steam, I would promise you the sales of even Red Dead Redemption 2 would go up again. So I have Red Dead Redemption 2 for my PS4. At one point I stopped playing. I thought it was not so fun, not so interesting. But I would buy it myself for PC again, and because I'm a PC gamer, and then I would see how much. Actually, I would prefer playing it on my PC, since the power is just faster, and and the frames per second and this lag and the stuttering you get on your PlayStation normal, not on the PlayStation 4 Pro, was a bit annoying. Alright, so I would say we are now here at some form of resistance line of $117, $18, but I have to admit, so they came really nicely, really well back from $82. This is pretty good, and yeah, who knows? So if the NASDAQ also goes up, I would also say that Take-Two Interactive will grow a little bit too. So what's the next though? NVIDIA Corporation. I mean, it's not a gaming company, but it's the most important hardware company when it comes to GPUs. And where do we stand here? NVIDIA, like, this was the Bitcoin run. So sorry, this was the Bitcoin run, and then it was dropping like crazy. I mean, can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine? This was dropping like from like 55%, so that's a lot. This would hurt. So a little disclaimer, I'm invested in Nvidia. I really love the stock. I think that's a very great stock. I'm also myself now very much in a plus. So now at 190 we will get punished again. I don't remember why this was the reason. There was also something, I think, with cryptocurrencies again. Now it was the trade skirmish, I call it, the little trade situation between the US and China. And then we're falling back to $130, and now we're kind of nicely back at 167. So this is going to be a resistance at $192. So maybe if we break out there is definitely also again a little bit way up ahead. What's the next one? Ubisoft, going to France, my friends. So Ubisoft, also a great company, one of my favorite gaming companies. I'm not invested in the stock, but I think all right, okay, yeah. I actually thought they would be a little bit higher now, but I just see the European stocks got punished a lot. So, and we were also really high at 105 euros, and I would say here's some sort of a resistance line of 78 euros. At the moment we're like at 73, 70. So if we fall through 64, then it's definitely also can get a little bit more hurt there, but here's a support to 65 euros, and maybe, yeah, I would say it's a good stock. I would say Ubisoft is definitely a company that will develop much more in the future. They're pissing out, sorry for this word, games there. It's coming so much, bringing bringing those really AAA games constantly. And with regard to the E3, the recent E3, there were really nice games coming. So I really believe in Ubisoft Entertainment, and I also think they will make a nice shift forward with all the service games of service or gaming as service, so that they can make a lot of money with the different passes. With Rainbow Six, they had the different year passes, so they made a lot of money with there. So I see a lot of potential for Ubisoft. So at the moment, maybe not too bad. So maybe it's a little bit overpriced in general. Or I personally don't like really to buy stocks when they're already a bit overpriced. But maybe there's some room ahead. I would say definitely also to hear some sort of resistance line, as I just said. What's the next stock? This is a stock that's a bit smaller, so Capcom. So Capcom, you might not all get it everywhere in every country where you live, or your broker from your country might not be able to give you this stock. But I think Capcom is a very important stock, since they make the Resident Evil games and also Street Fighter, etc. And you know, Capcom, the classic games, the classic arcade games, looks like a little bit like Ubisoft. So it's very similar, actually, the chart. So you could even say they all run the same. It's actually very much possible. And it's a good stock. So in general, I would say when the gaming industry is further developing, further growing, then also Capcom will further grow with it. That's for sure. So is it an individual stock where I see now a lot of possibilities? Very difficult to say, since it's an over-the-counter stock at the moment. So I don't really know if it's listed in the US. In Europe it's a bit more difficult to purchase it. And the next stock, now it's not the next stock, it's again the NASDAQ Composite. But of course, I mean, if you see the overall technological growth situation and you compare it then with the different stocks, you, sorry, you see that they look pretty much the same. So is it now more smart to invest into the NASDAQ Composite in general or other technology companies? I don't know, but of course also the prices of like electronic cards, Activision actually is really different now, distinguished itself from the NASDAQ. So, but then overall, I would say there's some sort of parallelity. But yeah, it's technology. So if NASDAQ goes up, those stocks will also go up. I think Activision is at the moment very interesting stock to look out for. So don't purchase any of those stocks I was talking about. This is just for information. I'm repeating this again because sometimes people don't understand this. And yeah, I mean, those are the stocks to your favorite games. Those are the stocks to your favorite game. Maybe another stock you can add here is Singer, for example, or CD Projekt. I'm going to talk about those more smaller companies in some of my next videos. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed to have another actually look on the gaming industry, another more finance orientated look on games, or about the companies behind our favorite games, then give me a sub or a like of this video. Even leave me a commentary, this would also be very great. And I'm out here, guys, I'm out here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you the next time.